Welcome back to another video. Today's review is focused on 2022 movie entitled Brut Force, and the official synopsis of Brut Force is: newly fired reporter Sloan Sawyer regularly returns to her rural California hometown to investigate the harassment of local vineyard workers and uncorks a tangled web of crime and corruption behind wine country's shiny facade. And before I give out my review, please like the video, subscribe, or comment, or just watch the video and keep going on with your day. The movie does star Leela Symington as Sloan Sawyer as the main character of this movie. I felt like Leela Symington's performance as Sloan was a pretty good performance. As Sloan Sawyer returns back home after a long time away, and she tries to uncover the mysteries, as in what is going on with the vineyard workers being harassed and being, you could say, racially discriminated, and why is this happening all of a sudden? And once she returns back home, a lot of mysteries start to unravel, old secrets get buried up, and new problems start to unravel, not only for her character, but as well as just a few other characters that she tries to help in many ways. I felt like all of the other actresses with their characters, most of them to me gave out a pretty good performance. Now, when it comes with the story, I think the story has a interesting premise taking place at a wineries, as you really don't hear stories about vineyards or wineries happening as often like you should. And this just shows you that vineyards and wineries are definitely corrupt and definitely crazy in some ways or whatnot, as a lot of things does unravel with the story, as it does takes place mostly in vineyards in California, and it's crazy. Bribery, corruption, people paying off people to do stuff, harass people, set places on fires or whatnot. I felt like the story had an interesting premise, how rival companies will do whatever it takes to bring down one winery, and how they would just do anything, like paying off the police or just setting people up, killing people or whatnot to get things done. The cinematography, the directing by Eve Symington was pretty good, as I think she does a good job with the directing of this movie, and as well as just the music category as well. I think the music selection for this movie, it was an interesting touch with the beat, that kind of rhythm with the scenes that was transpiring. I did like the music that was in this movie a lot. I think it was all pretty interesting. Now, when it comes to some things I did not like about this movie, I do think that it does take a little bit of while for things to build up, as the movie does start off just showing immediately just the workers being harassed in some ways than another. And then after that, it just takes a little bit of while for more interesting things to pop up, more interesting things to happen, more things to get revealed out there in the public or whatnot. And so, yeah, I felt like there was some parts of the story that could have been a little bit better, as some things does work, but then other things in this story, it really doesn't work when you look at stuff with this movie. And another thing that I wish this movie had was that I do wish this movie was just a little bit longer because of what happens in the end. But honestly, you could say that the ending was realistic in some ways because of how corruption, bribery happens, and how some people are just able to win in different things. But I felt like Brute Force was a pretty interesting movie, as you get to see how corrupt some people are in the vineyard business, and how they will do whatever it takes to bring down their competition one way or another. And my rating for Brute Force would be 3 stars out of 5. So thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.